Hello trader. One of the key virtue of a trader is patience. And when a strategy takes into consideration that patience, it becomes a great trading strategy. So today in this video, I'm going to show you a strategy that requires a great deal of patience to apply. And I'm going to show you step by step how you can apply this strategy so that you can add an extra edge in your trading. This is what I called a breakout and retest trading strategy. If this is something you are interested, then smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. This is Forex Wizard from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Without further delay, let's get started. Okay guys and girls, so let's first understand the concept behind the strategy, and then we'll jump onto the real chart to find out quite a few examples so that you can understand the strategy straight away and you can use it in your trading. So first of all, let's consider a level, could be a resistance or any kind of support. Now this is an important level. As you know that the market normally moves in one direction and then consolidate and then breaks out from that level and again create another impulse, again consolidate. That's how the market moves. So let's assume that this is a typical movement in a market. So what do you see that from here there has been a strong movement, and then let's assume that this is the consolidation. This could be in a many form. We'll see quite a few examples, but typically like that. And this is a resistance level that is stopping this price to go up. Now at some point a resistance, at some point either will reverse from that resistance or will break out. Now in that scenario we see that the price has at some point has broken out of this resistance with this impulse. Now once the price has broken out, you know that as a trader, many traders love to jump on a trade because when the price breaks out it creates a big move. And I know that many traders get trapped into that point by jumping on a trade just to see that the price revert back to the resistance again and started to move the other direction. And that is where the real patience comes into account. When you see a market breaks out from the resistance, what you need is to wait for the retest, and that is where the great deal of patience required, which will really give an extra edge in any kind of trading. So what do we see that, as you can see, there has been a breakout from this resistance level. The price has gone up, candle close. The next step is to wait for the comeback to the same level of resistance and test it. So what do I mean by, in fact, a test? A test is where if it doesn't fail, that means the breakout is valid. And if it fails, then you could see that the price again has come back down, which we called a false breakout. And you see that there's a lot of false breakout in the market, and you need to identify which one is false breakout, which one is valid breakout. And that is the only way you can understand it. Though there is nothing guaranteed in trading, anything can happen, but you can always stay at the top of the edge. So what do you see that next, the price has come back to the same level of resistance, okay, tested this resistance as a support, and what you need before enter a trade is a rejection. That rejection is the key point of a breakout and retest trading strategy. As you can see, once you see the rejection, that means that this level acted here in the past as a resistance. Once it is broken, now it is acting here as a support, and from that support the buyers are buying. That is the meaning of that rejection. And the more rejection, let's say you saw two candles back to back rejected from here, creating a higher low, that's the sign that this is a big probability for this price to push to the upside, and that is where the entry. Very simple, guys. So now let's jump onto the chart to see how you can apply this simple but profitable trading strategy in your trading. Okay guys, so let's look at this example on British pound US dollar on the 4-hour time frame. You can apply this strategy in any time frame as long as you have a proper level identified and you understand the impulse and consolidation. Now as you can see on British pound US dollar, there has been a strong impulsive move, and after this impulsive move, what you see that the price basically consolidated for quite a while. You can see that it has created a nice looking structure. So you need to identify the consolidation and the structure. Now with that structure, what we see that the price again has broken from that structure with a big bearish engulfer. Now once this price has broken out from this consolidation, as you can see, this is the consolidation and created this level. Now the next thing comes is, see, where you can enter a trade here on the breakout, and that is where you might end up putting almost 150 pips stop loss. So it could be a very big stop loss if you enter from here. So what you need is, once you saw that the price has broken out of this structure here from this consolidation, okay, the next point is for the price to wait for the price to retest that structure. This is the retest, this is the structure. We see there is the previous support here, which is turning resistance here, and this is where we need to wait for the price to test that previous support, turning resistance, and that is where the patience comes in. You need to patiently wait to see. Now let's replay the chart to see how it is doing so that you understand exactly. Now this is where you need to be a bit patient. Now look how this happened. The reason I'm replaying so that you understand, in fact, in the real market, how these things work. Now, this is where many traders might be trapped, and that's fine. This is trading is. Now you can see that with this big impulse, the price corrected with this doji and created a smaller, narrower red candle. Now this doji, in fact, tested primarily this support here, but we need to keep in mind that the price must retest strongly and then need to reject with a very strong price action. Let me explain. So let me replay the chart, then you'll understand. See, the price has gone up again, and now look at what happened, and this is the key points to understand. See, when you see there is one red candle here that also retested here, okay, this support as resistance, but the next time the price has penetrated that level to the upside. This is the previous support here, okay, which is turning resistance here, okay, and this is where the main trades comes in. Because why it is not that much of impressive, but this one is because, firstly, see the rejection, how it happened, a big strong bearish engulfer that has tested the neckline of this reversal pattern. Now when you see a consolidation, let's say like this, okay, a consolidation like this, you will find a neckline. That the key points, the middle point of that structure is very important. And when this candle penetrated that level to the upside and then closed back below as a long bearish engulfer, that is the most important part of this entry, and that is where the real test come in when you are entering a trade. And as a trader, this is the key virtue, that patience comes in. And when you apply breakout and retest, you need to wait for a very strong rejection with a proper retest of the reversal. You need to see that the price exactly retested where it needs to be before you enter a trade. And then you can see that afterwards, let's say if you found that bearish engulfer, this is where the key points, keeping it stop loss above this high, and you can enter more than 2 to 3 rigs to reward, and that's an amazing winning trade, as you can see. Okay, amazing. Let's look at some more examples so that you understand it clearly before. Okay, so let's look at this example on US 30. Let's see how we can apply this strategy in this indices. Now US 30, if you closely look at here, you can see that there has been a long consolidation, okay, and with that long consolidation creating a double bottom, we have seen a strong breakout with a big gap opening. All right, now once this price has broken to the upside, what we have seen that it created a level of resistance here. Okay, now the price has broken out. Keep in mind that when you see a market consolidating and breaking out, there are some symptoms. Primarily, you can understand which way the market will be breaking out. Firstly, you can see that the lower part of all of them is creating series of higher low. This is the one sign that this market will break to the upside. And finally, what we have seen, it created a false breakout to the downside, created a double bottom with a gap opening, has broken out completely to the upside. Now this is where the key points, as I mentioned, that when you see a candle close above, you have to be patient, and this is the key characteristics of a trader, to be patient. And I know that, including myself, when I started trading, I used to jump on a trade. I feel like, okay, I might miss the trade. There is always trade in the market. The only thing you need to make sure is that the price properly retested the level, preparing for another impulse, because to make sure that it is not a false breakout. As I mentioned, you can't guarantee that a trade will be always in the direction. There is always a false breakout, but you can stay in the high probability side. And now what you have seen, that primarily price, this is the resistance here, and also that same level in the past acted here as a support quite a few times. So this is a very strong level. Now with that, the resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, which turns support here. And this is the key points. If you closely look at and replay the chart, you will understand when to enter a trade. Even when the price is retesting, you still have a probability to get confused. For example, this red candle, see how it is doing. The next one has penetrated, okay, and the next one is a narrow green candle. And as I mentioned, this is where the patience comes in. Even the price retested, created a narrower candle, it doesn't mean that it's ready for a push, because it's still not a strong rejection. As the previous example we have seen, you need a strong rejection with probably an element of false breakout or liquidity grab, is the high probability that the market has retested properly, preparing for another move. This is a valid breakout. So let's do that and see. You see the next one has again penetrated down, and this is where the many trader trapped, as I mentioned, because most of the trader will put their stop loss below this low and it will hit. And then this is the come in place. You can see this one is a perfect entry candle, and this is the middleman. This is where the real trading comes. As you can see from here, the price grabbed liquidity and then closed back above with a strong bullish engulfer with a retest of this 20 EMA. Okay, and as you can see that this is a great trading strategy, and then you are sure that this is a very good trade, though it's all about probability, no one can guarantee. But at the same time, if you are going long with this trade, it's in fact a very good trade, and you can go with 2 to 1 to 2 risks to reward, and that's an amazing trading opportunity. As you can see, even you can target 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1 risks to reward ratio. I sincerely believe this, guys, that you have found value in this strategy. If you find value, then give a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and also watch these 2 videos, will be really helpful to you. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon in my next video.